कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Janaka requested Rama to come to the Sabha Mantapam and gave away his daughter in the Panigrahana ritual, Kanyadanam ritual, to Rama. He said, "Hey Rama, you're very handsome, extremely beautiful to look at." Rama said, "Yes, I am so." That is when Janaka said, "Don't feel too proud. Look at my daughter." Rama asked, "What is so special about Sita?" Remember, Rama, she was spotted on Mother Earth as much as gold is spotted in Mother Earth. And remember, Vedam says, Hiranya Varnam Harini, Mahalakshmi is gold hued. So Mahalakshmi is my daughter Sita, and gold is also found on Mother Earth. So she is Sakshat Mahalakshmi. So what, Janaka Maharaja? Some Acharyas opine that I am Sakshat Mahavishnu. Yes, you are Sriman Narayana, no doubt, Rama. But even before the word Narayana comes Sriman, which is the presence of Mahalakshmi is invoked, where my daughter has to come to add that value to you. Janaka Maharaja, you are only talking about her beauty. What about the other characteristics like qualities, education and so on? You are not mentioning about that. Hey Rama, she is adept in all the virtues that a human being must possess. She possesses them in completeness. They are not half. They are complete in her. Just not looks. She is very educated too. She is tutored under me. Hey Rama, you should know that she respects people around her. She knows etiquette. But I don't have to invoke those qualities of good education, good virtues, good demeanor of my daughter. You know why? For a prized possession, you don't have to keep describing it. Imagine I have the Kohinoor diamond. If there are takers in this world, I just have to come and say, "Here, hoi polloi, janta, this is Kohinoor." I just have to say, "This is Kohinoor." There will be thousands of people who will bid for it. But if I have to sell a normal stainless steel box, I have to speak for half an hour. I have to say, "This box is very strong, very good, the steel is found in it, it will not rust. If you keep food, it will stay fresh." All this I have to say to sell this 20 rupees worth stainless steel box. But for a Kohinoor diamond, I just have to say, "This is Kohinoor diamond." See, if I have to introduce my daughter Rama, I have to just say, "Iyam Sita." See, this is my daughter. All the qualities that she imbibes will come in that one word, Sita. Whereas for you to get sold in this market, when they say sell, don't take it in the real sense. So when you have to be sold in the market, your qualities have to be described, under whom you learned has to be described, who is your teacher they have to describe, and finally whether there will be takers or not is a big question. Iyam Sita Mama Sutta, she is my daughter. Immediately Rama asked, "What is that qualification saying my daughter? I know that she is your daughter. Why do you have to insist Mama Sutta?" Hey Rama, please note, you must have not studied my history. I was extremely into contemplating and deliberating on the Vedic thoughts. As a king, though I have lived like an aristocrat, I never had attachments to my possessions. Probably one day even my Acharya Yajnavalkya, to bring forth the greatness in me that I am not attached to any of the possessions, created an illusionary fire, Mayagni, in my entire Mithila. Things started getting burnt. Chariots, houses. So people who were present in his august assembly, including my ministers, started running hither and thither, stating, my chariot, my house, my family. I remained unmoved. My Acharya asked me, why are you remain unmoved? Why do you remain unmoved? That time I said, my dear Acharya, burning is Mithila. Burning are the possessions of Mithila, but none of them belong to me. Pradiptayam Mithilayam nami kinchit pradahyati. Hey Rama, that point in time my Acharya Yagyavalkya proved to the world that here was a king called Janakasira who was bereft of mamakaram. There is no mamakaram in me. But that Janaka who was bereft of mamakaram today is standing in front of you and telling it is my daughter Mamasuta. That means, what does that mean, Janaka? Rama asked in a sarcastic mood, it seems. To which Janaka said, if a person like me who has never used the word mama, mine, today says she is my daughter, imagine what great way she must have behaved throughout her life. Today, if I have to say she is mine, when will you own someone? When will the parents say he is my son, my daughter? Only when the son or daughter do something good to the society, they will feel proud. If they are detrimental to the society, even if the parents see their son, they'll say, I don't know whose son they are. So here I am telling Mama Suta, she is my daughter. So understand her greatness. Iyam Sita, Mama Suta, Sahadharma Charitava. Just because she is my daughter, she will not sit and be comfortable in those laurels. Sahadharma Charitava. She will be your better half. Better half? What do you mean, Janaka? Asked Rama, it seems. To which Janaka Maharaja said, see, if you walk on the path of Dharma, my daughter, who's your better half, your companion, will be happily walking with hands in hands with you. She will also walk in that path of Dharma, righteousness. In case you choose to walk the path of Adharma, she will not stay with you stating that wherever you go, whichever way you go, I am a dutiful wife, I shall follow you. No. She will take all measures to correct you, bring you back to the path of Dharma and then walk with you. Sahadharma Charitava. See, whatever thought runs in her will run in you. Whatever runs in you will run in her. She will ensure that the chemistry matches. Later in Sundara Kandam, Rama tells Hanuman about Sita. He tells, if I am the sun, she is my rays. The rays of the sun cannot be separated from the sun, Hanuman. Bhaskarena prabhayata. The same line, the same word, the same example. Sita tells to Hanuman about Rama. Bhaskarena prabhayata. See how their thoughts were united. Sahadharma charitava. Accept her. Praticha chainam. Accept her. Hold her hand in such a way. In which way should I hold, Janaka? You are my father-in-law. You tell me in which way should I hold. Hold her hand in that way. When maybe in the future, due to some reason or the other, if she is kidnapped, you should not sit back. Oh, Sita is kidnapped. I don't know what to do. We can't do anything. Life is full of karma. Karma will hit back at us. Okay, Sita has gone. Let me go in search of Gita. You should not go. If my daughter is kidnapped, your life, you should feel that your life is missing and you should take all possible steps to bring her back. That should be your duty. Praticha Chaina. Don't hold my daughter's hand as if you are holding a toy. She is completely your responsibility. If something happens to her, I will question you. Praticha Chainam. So if I hold her hand with that thought, what will you do, Janaka? Then I shall bless you. Bhadram te panim grinihishva panina. Hold my daughter's hand in that way. So as they held their hand this way, see, I've just tried to summarize the commentary to that shloka. That shloka simply means, here is my daughter, oh Rama, hold her hand, she will be your better half. But this conversation is an imaginary conversation which the Sanskrit commentators have created in Sanatana Dharma. Now, she shall follow you like a shadow. Pativrata mahabhaga chayeva nugata sada ityuktva prakshipadraja mantraputam jalam tada yathoktena tataschikurv vivaha vidhipurvakam. The entire procedure, whatever has been mentioned by our Purvacharyas towards a good vivaham was performed. Now, Vedanta Deshika states, by disregarding the other kings, He had approached her many times in the past. Sita became the consort to Rama. Parihrita nikhila narapati varana janaka duhitru kujatata viharana samuchita karatala. Now, it is a paddhati. It is a procedure in Sanatana Dharma, in Hinduism, that the wedding patrika, the invitation, is recited. It used to be called as a churnika, vivaha patrika or churnika. So there is a churnika, wedding invitation. Generally in a traditional lecture they would recite. So I will like to recite for all our viewers. Atha Janakanrupatihe Manoratha Maharnava Parangatva. You should imagine that you are now in Mithila Pradesham. You should imagine that there is Janaka with his wife, with his daughter Sita and Urmila. You should imagine Janaka Siradhwaja's brother Kushadhwaja with his wife and two daughters Mandavi and Shrutakirti. You should imagine that Dasharatha Chakravarti with his wives Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra are there. You should imagine that Dasharatha's 8 ministers are there. You should imagine that Dasharatha's religious counselors are there. You should imagine that Vasishtha, Vamadeva, Shatananda, Gautama, Markandeya, Katyayana, Jabali, Kashyapa, all of them are there. You should imagine that the citizens of Ayodhya and the citizens of Mithila have got together. It is a huge amphitheater complex. That is where this particular patrika is read. Atha Janakanrupatihi Manoratha Maharnava Parangatva Paramananda Jaladhau Nimagnaha Jagatchakshuku Kulabhushanasya Jagatraya Samrakshana Dikshitasya Nata Janakalpataroho Shri Kodanda Diksha Guroho Vivaha Mahotsavaya Kshitirata Varapurita Manorata Bhagirata Vamshajatam Atirata Maharata Prithivipati Vanditam Dasharatha Maharajam Ratha Gaja Turaga Padadi Sahitam Samantri Purohitam Saputra Kalatram Saparivaramānāya Satkrita Nānā Vidhakramuka Narikela Rambhadi Phalaguccha Sahasrashata Kumbha Stambha Bhushite Jambhari Chirakangshite Paripurna Manoratha Parapramoda Paura Bhakta Jana Paraspara Krita Sallape Sakala Manoharalape Kirita Kavaja Kundala Keyura Nupura Muktahara Vibhushita Nana Vidamrudula Chitrasanastha Nana Deshagata Rajavarya Brinde Lochananande Nana Vidhavarna Swarna Pushpastabaka Koti De Dipyamana Malaya Chandana Guru Guggulu Gogritadi Divya Parimala Vasana Vastu Gomuguma Sabhantare Nirantara Manikachita Mukura Parampara Veri Mridanga Maddala Kakala Dundu Vituriya Tumburu Veena Venu Nopura Mattuka Dindima Damaru Janchari Challari Dhavala Shanka Panava Patahadya Ashtadasha Vadya Gosha Santanta Shabdayamana Sakala Digantare Narada Tumburu Veena Gana Manohare Savatsra Gosahasradyaneka Koti Hiranya Vastrabharana Bhudana Bahumana Santoshita Patra Bhuto Bhaya Sambandhi Rajasreshta Vamshavali Namagotra Pravaroccharana Nipuna Vasishthavāmadeva Vishwamitra Shatana Dadi Sakala Munigana Sankirna Vivaha Vedi Madhye Kritastava Siddha Sadhye Abja Bhava Jishnu Mukha Krishta Sakala Tridasha Saptamarudashtava Suyakshagana Siddha Jana Rudragana Satkrita Pavitra Tara Mitra Kula Ratna Sugunastava Samasta Prashasta Birudastova Ninade Nirasta Ghanadendra Birude Sankarshanadyamara Brindava Kiryamana Mandara Kusuma Mukha, whichever year you are reciting, whether it is Vikriti or Vijaya, whichever is the name of the year. Varshe Navaratna Manikhachita Kanakamaya Mantape Kinchita Rabdhatarunyam Nata Janaika Karunyam Vidalita Mahesha Chapam Vidhimuka Sura Vidita Pratapam Parihrita Munijanavtapam Bhanukula Ratna Deepam Sampurita Bhakta Janakamam Sajala Jaladhara Shyamam Sakala Lokabhiramam Sriramam Sanniveshya Ketaki Champaka Mallikadyalankrita Neela Lakavenim. Now they are describing Sita. Kalahamsa Gaminim. She walks so beautifully. Karuna Valokinim. అనఘమణి ఖచిత కలకంఠీం హేమకంఠీం కరజిత కలకంఠీం హాటకమణిమయ తాటకాలంకృత కపోలాం అగణిత కళ్యాణ గుణశీలాం అరవింద సుందర మందహాసముఖీం శ్రీ రఘునందనాభిముఖీం కృత్వా ఇయం సీతా మమ సుతా సహధర్మచరీతవ ప్రతీచ్ఛ చైనాం భద్రం తే పాణిం గృహీష్వ పాణినా ఇతి క్షీరాబ్ధీరివ మహాలక్ష్మీం శ్రీమతే నారాయణాయ శోభనమంత్రాక్షత హిరణ్యోదక ధారాసహితాం మందస్మితాం సీతాం శ్రీరామచంద్ర కరారవిందే సమర్పయామాస శుభం. So this is the Vivaha Churnika. How the invitation used to be read. He comes in this lineage. These are his qualities. These are his achievements. She comes in this lineage. These are her qualities. These are her achievements. Here he and she come together. This is the coming together of two good friends in Sanatana Dharma. Vivaham doesn't talk about who is superior or who is inferior. It talks about two equal people coming together to share their lives together. So this is what Vivaham is, and all the procedures of the Vivaham was followed. Sita was married to Rama, Urmila to Lakshmana, Mandavi to Bharata, Shrutakirti to Shatrughna, Dasharatha with his wives, with his citizens, with his ministers, Janaka with his wife, with his citizens, with his ministers. All of them were extremely happy in this particular Vivaham moment. But then comes the problem. What is the problem? Next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.